جود مورنينج مثل العاده، ونحن اليوم بكامبرا. بالفيديو اللي قبله شفتوا كامبرا، تقلكم تنبلش من الاول. جيت على كامبرا بالسفره اللي قبلها وكان رواق، يمكن كان شتي، كان رواق، يمكن كان ارضيه الجمعه، يمكن كان فرصه، ما بعرف انه كامبرا اللي هي تركبت، بتعرفوا هي العاصمه تبع استراليا، كانت رايقه لدرجه فكرت منه عايش فيها حدا الا الناس اللي حاكمه البلد او البزنسز او البوليتيشنز. بس اللي اكتشفناه اخر يومين انه في عجقه، المولات معبايه، الطرقات معبايه، ما في ولا محل تعملوا باركينج فيه. اليوم نهار السبت الصبح قمنا حد الاوتيل نتمشى بهذا الشارع، خنسميه بار هوبينج او بريكفاست هوبينج، هذه كانت رواقه اند اون جوينج. والناس مفولة، العيال ظاهرة من كل جنسيات العالم، من كل الوجوه، من كل الالوان. واو، ما كنت منتظر يكون في بكامبرا هالقد عجقه. يمكن ما فيها كثير لبنانيه، مش مجمعين كثير على بعض، وما في كثير محلات لبنانيه، مطاعم 2 3 اذا في محلات ملاقيش 2 3 كمان اذا في للعرب. بس ما بيمنع انه مدينه حلوه. ذكرتني شوي بواشنطن دي سي، ذكرتني شوي بالمدن باوتاوا مثلا، هالمدن اللي هي المدينه الاساسيه بسموها محل ما بتصير فيه المانجمنت اوف ذا كونتري، خلينا نقول مثل ما هي. بس ما بيمنع انه عجب. المدينه اللي تركب حدها ضيعة او مدن كبار للسكن. من امبارح برمنا شوي فيهم، خضار حلو، زيح حد الثاني، شوي مثل نيويورك، زيح هيك and it's beautiful. weather عظيم، الشجر رائعة، الخضار عظيم and the food is great. اكلنا جابانيز كان روعة، اكلنا بيروفيان كان روعة، اللبناني روعة. الترويقات اللي عم نشوفهم اليوم شغلة ورا شغلة عظيمة، من محل لمحل. my breakfast, one of my favorite breakfast is definitely avocado on toast, crunchy, lightly toasted sourdough, nicely done poached egg, runny, avocado toast بلا بصل، معمولة صح، مش guacamole. A great way to start. ودايما شو بنشرب معه؟ almond pickle. بيرفكت مورنينج. بلشت بايجز هولنديز، كفيت بالافوكادو توب، وخلصت بجريل ساندويتش. وهلا صار وقت نسوق ساعتين نص الطريق بين هون وبين سيدني كرمال نتغدى لبناني. خبرونا في مطعم لبناني بالنص الطريق، هي 3 ساعات كلها سوا بنص الطريق، وان الله رد رح ناكل اكل طيب. تشيز اند هام جريل ساندويتش مع الزبده من برا والتحميصه والقرشه الغير شكل. Can't get enough.
My name's Michael. I came from Jouni, suburb in Lebanon. My father first came out in 1970. We came back after him. We came after him in 1971, just a few months. So, we grew up in the eastern suburbs of Sydney, and went to Morris Brothers Pagewood. It was funny because we went to Morris Brothers in Lebanon when we were there. My father's a carpenter. My mum originally was a shirt maker. Both fantastic cooks. And that's where I get my influence to do the cooking here at Leila's restaurant. It's just helping my mum in the kitchen. There was 3 boys, no daughter. So my mum always called me her daughter. But all my brothers, funny enough, can really cook. My father actually, although he was probably the best cabinet maker I know, he taught my mum to cook. That was his passion. He loved cooking and was always making things at home. So we came after, I've done a number of careers in Sydney. We bought the cafe here in Barrel, and we've been here 27 years in the cafe. Just sold it last week because I want to concentrate on our new restaurant, the Leila's, and I named it after my mother because she was my biggest influence in Lebanese cooking. Mostly all her recipes that we do, home cooking. So we've been in the restaurant now 2.5 years, and it's going really well. We've had a lot of good feedback from all the locals in Barrel saying best thing that's ever happened to the Southern Highlands to have, a bit of culture, different restaurant to the normal Chinese and Thai food that you normally get. So we've now got the first Middle Eastern restaurant here. We came to Barrel because we actually got to know the cafe through my wife's ex-boss. His name is Mark Burris. Mark Burris, I'm sure plenty of people have heard of him, started many financial companies. He owned the Grand Arcade when Mike used to work for him. And I've always liked the Southern Highlands. I used to ride up on here on my motorbike from Sydney, and I thought, what a lovely place. And it's just happened to work out that, we had an opportunity to come and take the cafe. And that's what we did. And our original plan, funny enough, was to be here for a year, maybe 2, and then go back to Sydney where all our friends and relatives are. But here we are 27 years later. We've had 2 kids, Isaac and Georgia. Isaac's working in the restaurant. Georgia used to work here as well, but she's moved to Sydney. But I think she'll be back. Southern Highlands, just, it's a beautiful place. It's quiet, well, not so quiet these days, it's grown a lot, but, it's only an hour and a bit from Sydney. And it's up in the mountains, nice weather, you get all the 4 seasons, beautiful spring, beautiful autumns. So we've stayed longer than what we expected. And we've always wanted to do Lebanese food. I used to do a little bit in the cafe, and people used to, comment on it quite a lot and like it. And then when the opportunity came up to take the restaurant, and after 27 years of the cafe, we wanted to do a bit of a change. We took that opportunity, and here we are. And people have really taken to it. The menu that we have is basically traditional Lebanese food, with your normal hummus and your baba ghanoush, and I do it the way my mum showed me. Labni, all the dips we do hamra, and then we've got, the sambusik with the lamb, sambusik with the cheese. We have ladies' fingers, which got 4 different cheeses in them. The kibbe, of course. We do fool, we do jadra, we do, our best seller is our grilled platter, either for 1 or for 2, which has, lahm mishwi, kafta, shish tawok, tabouli, hummus, baba ghanoush, some pickles, some barbecue potatoes and garlic Lebanese bread. Comes all on the 1 platter. That's our biggest seller. But we also do a fantastic lamb mansaf, very slow cooked lamb shanks, grilled first seed and then in the stock for hours, served with a beautiful rice that we actually put some sultanas and raisins through the rice as well as lammies. It's fairly traditional. My father used to do the raisins. That's where I learned that from, in the rice. And we do, lemon chicken, We do the Sampi Harra, which people are just absolutely freaking out about because they haven't, being mostly Australian and Europeans here, they haven't tasted the Sampi Harra, so it's very different to what they're used to. We do, our traditional desserts, which is knefi and znoodsit. The znoodsit, I have to admit, we don't make ourselves. It's made by Huda, who's, I'm sure people have know her from MasterChef. She makes our znoodsit for us. And I pick up, I still go to Sydney to pick up all our groceries. I still use my same old family butcher from Punchbowl. We've been using him for probably about 30 years. I go to Ala for our sweets in Punchbowl where I get all my baklava, Turkish delights and buza. I make nice buza. So we use those traditional things, but we also make some of our own desserts. Typical things that people like in the Highlands, like a brownie or a sticky date. Why Fayrouz is on my wall. I just have fond memories of my mother when she's cooking in the kitchen. My mum, she's the type of person that if you went to a party, she'd be the first one up to grab your hand and pull you up on the dance floor. And whenever she's cooking in the kitchen, I can hear her singing old Fayrouz songs, And my father used to listen to Fayrouz as well, but mostly my mother. She loved Fayrouz. And we went and saw Fayrouz when she came out to Australia a long time ago in the Opera House. Anytime I hear a Fayrouz song, I get goosebumps from my old memories from Lebanon. This is my lovely wife, Ray. We met in Sydney in my brother's restaurant when I worked for my brother's restaurant. Ray came in for an interview for a job, and we just clicked straight away. And here we are today, nearly 30 years later. Nearly 30 years later.
Where are you from? In Lebanon?
In Lebanon, my father was from Zizeh and mum was from Niha.
Okay.
بيت عويد نحن بيت أبو شبكي من لبنان. من جوني في كتير بيت أبو شبكي, but I think maybe there's only one Abu Shabki in Australia apart from me.
So أنت صار لك 30 سنة ما رحت على لبنان، أنت ولا مرة رحت على لبنان.
No, unfortunately, I never went.
Planning to?
Yes.
ابني راح last year.
This year.
Oh yeah, he came back this year.
He's only been back a few months. He loved it. He rang me and he said, "Mum, I'm home."
And he was born here, so he's never been before.
Wow.
So he met my cousins and my relatives and her family, and absolutely went crazy over Lebanon.
How do we explain that someone not born in Lebanon, never visited Lebanon, and once you go there,
He said the hospitality, the warmth of the people, and it doesn't matter where they were from, what they were doing, everybody he met, he just felt connected to. He was walking past, he just told me the other night, he was walking past a woman and she had a bag of food. And he said to her, "Oh, my father eats them, he loves them." And she said, "Here." She gave him the whole bag. And I said, "Isaac, that's the Lebanese people."
Yeah, the hospitality is second to none, really.
So next year visit to Lebanon.
Inshallah, yeah.
That's our plan. It was our plan this year, but with the new restaurant, it was hard to leave just yet. But we, like I said before, we sold the cafe after 27 years, so we have only one business now to worry about. So I think it's definitely on the plans to go next year. I promised myself I would go back every year after I went there when I was 30. And I'm 60 now, and business life gets in the way, 2 kids, building houses, all that sort of stuff. And I have told them so many stories, and that was the one big reaction from my son when he went. He just says, "I now know what you're talking about."
He wanted to see where his father was born. He went and saw my mother's house, where she was born. He just wanted to see it all.
شيء روعة. في ناس كتير بتسألني ليش تركت حكيم أسنان؟ بقول لهم تلتقى بالناس، وأيام مثل هالأيام بتبرر لي وبتبرهن لي وبتأكد لي إنه تركت التقى بالناس بالمحبين. كتير بآمن إنه everything happens for a reason. كتير بآمن إنه الله عم يحط كتير أشخاص عظيمين على طريقي. أنا كيف هون ما بعرف، انا بالغلط هون، مثل ما انا وطالع على كامبرا وقفت اكلت كيك بالغلط واكتشفت ضيعه بالغلط، انا وراجع كمان خبرونا عن محل اسمه ليلى، وقفت اوكي فايت فكرت سناك ساندويشات محل مطعم لبناني، طلع لا طلع فاين دايننج، طلع هاي اند، طلع ديكور بيعقد، طلع شخص والله اطيب من هيك، طلع هو مرته قصتهم ستوري سمعتوها قبل شوي. وهول ما بيصيروا بالغلط، هول اللي بيصيروا ما بيصيروا لو ما في قدر نعمة ربنا، ما بيصيروا لو ما عم فتش على نحن اللبنانية الطيبين المهمين المرتبين اللي 30 سنة برات لبنان بس بعده لبناني، اللي بنحكي عن لبنان وبضووا عيوننا وبندمعوا عيوننا. My Lebanon, your Lebanon, our Lebanon is still on and ongoing. وبرجع عم بسمع again and again and again زيت الخبرية. صار كتير زمان، ابني منه خلقان بلبنان، ما بحيطوا على لبنان، ونهار اللي راح قال I'm home, I felt home. لبنان اللي بينزل بيقطع بشراييننا وبنتعلم منه كتير. I'm very honored, blessed, مبسوط بهالضيعة الحلوة كتير، بهالمطعم الرائع رائع رائع. بعد بساعة بنصير بسيدني، حرزانة تجوا من سيدني لهون، هلا بخبركم على الأكل، بس تلتقوا بهيدي العائلة، أولادهم بالمطبخ، القعدة الطاولات، واو، it is Lebanese. بس الكالتشر تبعنا بنحكي عنها دايما، مش ضروري تكون ستريت فود، مش ضروري يكون في ريحة أكل من مكان، مش ضروري تكون صحون ميزة ملقحة على الطاولة، اللي نحن بنحبهم وهن فيستيف بضيعنا، بس كيف how do we portray، كيف نحن بنفرجي لكل العالم ثقافتنا. أهم مطبخ بالعالم هي هيك بالديكور وبالتفاصيل. خليني أفرجيكم المطعم ونبلش الأولى.
My name is Isaac. I'm the shopkeep. I am the owner's son of Leila's, so I'm her grandson. I've been working here since pretty much they opened, just during COVID, and I'm pretty much in charge of the bar, front of house, cocktails with Lily. We help design a bunch of the drinks, which is really great, and yeah, just bringing a new cocktail scene to Barrel, which is good. Everything my father told me was true and more. We had such a great time. Everybody was so hospitable. The food made me cry 3 times. It was so good, so close to home. Just everything about it was beautiful and amazing. I was worried how I would be if I was accepted, and I was overwhelmed with how accepting the people were and how loving they were and how much they wanted to show me our culture and our heritage and everything, and it was just a beautiful experience all around. I can't wait to go back. But we're going to do the Lebanese mint margarita, which is something that I created, and it's a riff between an east side and a margarita, but it has those classic Lebanese flavors of mint and cucumber in there. And then we're going to do a Juni-based spritz, which is built the same way as an Aperol spritz, but with rose water syrup and orange blossom in there to enhance those flavors. And then we're going to do a Garden of Tripoli, which is actually a Croatian-used liquor, Kruškovac, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with, and then just a few other flavors in there like coconut and pineapple, which is what you find on the beaches of Batroun, which is lovely.
Beautiful stop. بيوتيفل ستوب بيوتيفل ستوب. شو هالعائلة، شو هالقعدة، شو هالحديث. على اساس جايين نعمل فود تيستينج نص ساعة وضلني ماشي. اخذت القصة ساعتين ونص وما عبالي فل. I really enjoyed it. كل شيء حكيناه عن هالضيعة الحلوة اللي بلشتوا تشوفوا بلشت تفضع فعلا ضيعة ريل ضيعة كأنه بجبال لبنان بس فلات. وناس قاعدة هون في تقريبا يمكن بيقولوا 5,000 شخص أو أكثر شوي. I enjoyed it القعدة. وإذا أنتم راجعين لهون ما تنسوا تطلبوا دلام الخروف. قصة كبيرة، قصة كبيرة. من هون بنكفي وعنا عشاء بليفربول. الساعة طريق ويمكن ناكل بوظة شي محل. هلا بنشوف. نايس روم، very نايس روم. ورجعنا على نيو ساوث ويلز من بعد ما رحنا على كامبرا. هلا وصلنا على ليفربول. بليفربول رح نقضي يومين ببلشوا هلا. رح نتعشى، رح نتمشى، رح فرجيكم ليفربول بكل اشكالها. رح نعمل حلقه صغيره مخدومه كثير مع مير، مع رئيس البلديه اللبناني واسمها تيست اوف ليفربول. بس قبل رح بلش بتشيك ان بالاوتيل والطابق 24. منظر روعه، الهواء عظيم مثل ما شايفين. beautiful colors and wind. واو، ليفربول here we come. في شوية مفاجآت على الطاولة وهدايا. بنبلش بكيس مستعمل فور شوبينج أو للبحر، سميك ومرتب. شوكولات، مين ما بيحب الشوكولات؟ أمريكان سويت شوكولات 3 أنواع. The Ministry of Chocolate. Milk 33, milk with honeycomb, and strawberry fields, Mornington Peninsula. Nice. Thank you for that. Maison Sabré. Maison Sabré شو عنده؟ Thank you very. نايس. قد صار لي عبالي اشترك دفتر اكتب عليه كل النوتس تبعي. نايس، برافو. هاي كواليتي، كمان براندد ما بيمنع. اخده معي على لبنان. كنت عم فتش على دفتر مرتب صغير. فرانك جرين سيراميك ريوزبل كوب. كول از ويل. مع إلها بيبسي من فوق، يعني هيك تكبس تشرب تكبس ما بتوقع. Thank you guys. It's dinner time.
Hi Anthony, my name's Billy. I'm the venue manager at the Paper Mill Food in Liverpool. The Paper Mill Food is one of Western Sydney's, I think, most ideal places. We've got one roof and 4 different eateries underneath. What we're standing in here is the fire pit. The fire pit predominantly does your seated service, all your meat and seafood options, and it's an a la carte restaurant, so obviously that will come take your order. The rest of the venue on the opposite end is casual dining. So you've got Charcoal Joe's. Charcoal Joe's does wood-fired chicken, Lebanese meat skewers, mixed plates, steaks, burgers, things like that. Georgie's, the bar in the middle, does all your alcohol. They also do wood-fired pizza, pastas, some Italian beginners. Shepherd's Lane, right at the front of the venue, is your cafe. So it does your breakfast, coffee, brunch 7 days a week. In the evenings, it turns into a dessert bar. They also offer a small dinner menu, which consists of things like schnitzels, parmesanas. Just behind us here, we've got the event rooms. Now, the event rooms can hold 30 people comfortably, individually, and then we can open up the bifold doors and have 120 people in total. And that's a bit of everything, yeah.
This is the place. لازم تكون بكل منطقة. بتتذكروا تايم اوت ماركت تقريبا ذات الشيء. بتتذكروا كثير محلات permanent street food markets أو markets أو food markets. This is the place. شفتوا الدرون طار بفوق وخبركم وفرجاكم البنايات كثير حلوين. Imagine what a great development. عندنا development بنص مدينة، بنايات كله حواليهم، واحد بيقدر يسكن بهالبنايات هون وهون 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 وهون. وبالاخر بالنص بيجمع كل العالم ان كان من المدينه وان كان برات المدينه تيجوا ينبسطوا وياكلوا بمحل واحد while protecting heritage. So imagine مثلا منطقه سن الفيل عندنا بلبنان، محل ما كل هالبنايات اللي عم تطلع دائما يكون في بالنص شيء كثير حلو، او هالمعامل اللي عم نكسرها يكونوا متروكين، او الترين ستيشن تبعنا اللي بطل فيها ترينات تصير ميتينج بوينت هيستوريكال بتخبر قصه كل التاريخ وكل الحديد القديم بضل وبنايات حواليهم العالم تقعد ونتطور. Beautiful place, and the developer John Haas is also Lebanese. قلت لكم بعتقد استراليا runs on Lebanese. اليوم رح نتعشى مع the Mayor of Liverpool مثل ما خبرتكم، تنحضر حالنا لحلقه بكره كثير طويله يلي اسمها Taste of Liverpool. رح ناكل لحمه، رح ننبسط، رح نضحك، رح نسمع اخبار ونخبر بعضنا عن هون وعن لبنان وعن كل شيء، ونحضر ليفربول بالتفصيل بحلقه بكره. وصل الاكل فيكم تروحوا من كافيار all the way down to street food and fast food. اشياء حلوه، صحون كثير حلوين. الحلو بهيدا بهالماركت خلينا نسميه، الحلو فيه انه واحد بيقدر يقعد فاين دايننج، شوكتين، سكينتين، كبايه بيض كثير خفيفه، وبيقدر يوقف على البار وياكل ساندويش ويمشي. في من الجريل للبيتزا and so on all the way up to caviar, blini and lots of interesting things. So, صحتين. كالاماري تشوروز. دقت هاي.
Beautiful, very light, huh?
Amazing crunch. Not chewy. That's good food. Very good food. هيدا الوحيدة الماربل مش خشب. سو هون عم تنزليه على تمبرتشر تبع جسمك، انت عم بتحسي حالك، فما في شيء عم بيجي external factor يقدر يأثر على the real flavor of what you need to feel. وصلت اللحمة حمرا من جوا، مستوية منيح وقصتها حلوة، شكلها سوبر طرية. Juicy grilled on the outside. حلوة. نحن مسميها باللبنان الزهرة، اخذة موضة هلا، كل العالم عم تحكي فيها. يعني رجعت أكثر وأكثر نشوفها بالمنيوز تبعنا. يلي هو الكولي فلاور، اللي هي القرنبيطة. في مطاعم عم تطبخها وحدها، هي شيء كتير هين كتير بايخ، بس بيعمل ضجة وبيعمل مصاري كتير للمطاعم. طلع على الموضة أكثر وأكثر. الكولي فلاور إذا طبخ مزبوط طيب طري خفيف، شوية طحين على الوجه، شوية بهارات، زيت زيتون، and it's amazing. والبطاطا و everything in between. We had an amazing dinner. ونحن رح تتعرفوا على الماير بكره. شو عنا اخبار؟ هالقد صرنا 3 ساعات قاعدين سوا، بس قلت له اليوم ما رح صور. عم بحرقصه له وعم بحرقصكم لكم.
We are in the heart of Liverpool at our car park where we're celebrating Diwali. Diwali is the festival of lights for our Hindu community. They have a very close connection to Lebanon. عشان هون الهندوز اللي هون من فيجي، وتعرفوا الفيجي عنا باليونايتد نيشنز، so كثير قريب على القلب عنا. Come and have a look. Ram Ram, Namaste. No, I'm not worthy of that clap until I can speak some Hindi up here. Then maybe, right? So I've been a bit. I apologize. I should learn some more. I want to start off by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on whom we meet today and pay my respects to elders, both past, present, and emerging. And I want to acknowledge my council colleague and the member for Liverpool, Ms. Karishma Kalienda. To all the other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, events like this don't happen easily. And whilst we get to come here and enjoy this weekend, there's a lot of people who put a significant amount of work all year long to make this happen. And they don't do it for themselves. They do it for the love of the community. They do it because they want the culture, the Hindi culture, to continue on for the young generation, for the children of tomorrow. The kids who were coming here 15 years ago today are leading and are participating in this. And I just want to acknowledge Yogesh, you and your team for the wonderful work that you all do in putting this together and ensuring that your culture, that this event is part of the fabric of Liverpool society. It wouldn't happen without your effort and your team's effort. I can assure you there is a lot of work that go in and a lot of communication between us. So Yogesh, congratulations, and please can I ask you to give everyone from the Senatum a big round of applause for their work and effort. Come on, a bit more than that. What we are seeing today is very important. We live in the most multicultural society in the world, and the heart of multiculturalism is right here in Liverpool. When people ask me about what is Liverpool, what is the best thing about it, I say it is people, because we are gathered from around the world in peace and harmony. Now, when you walk down the streets of Liverpool, whether it's George Street and you see the beautiful saris, or whether it's down the mall and you see the beautiful javapi, or whatever it is, it's all here in Liverpool. It's an example to the world. But I'm concerned, and I want to do something about this, because I want to make sure that Liverpool in 2050, Australia in 2050, when we're second and third and even fourth generation migrants to this country, that our children speak our languages, that our children practice their religion, that our children maintain what the beautiful customs that we have in our motherland. Because Australia for it to continue its beauty, we must maintain that. We must maintain our motherland and that connection to it. So that's why events like this are so important, and that's why we are very happy to sponsor them at Liverpool. Now, this time, I think, when we look at Diwali being the festival of lights, light is a very symbolic thing. And can I say, more than ever, we are seeing what happens in the world when there is not light in people's hearts. Many of us come here because of bad things that happened in our motherlands. Today we see people out there, children who are dying because some people, both sides of people, don't have light in their hearts. So as we think about Diwali and celebrate and mark this occasion, let us pray that there will be light in everybody's heart. Let us pray that light takes over darkness and that there will be peace and harmony for everyone. So I ask you to pray for peace, pray for harmony, and let's show them what is so good about Liverpool and let it continue and travel throughout the world. So thank you very much. I want to wish you all a very happy Diwali on behalf of myself and Liverpool Council, and I'd like to officially declare this officially open. Thank you. Hey everyone, we're in Austral at the Hindu temple right here. We're gonna celebrate once again Diwali. It's our second Diwali for the night, and for the first time our council is putting on fireworks for our community to celebrate Diwali. It's what happens in their homeland, and we're doing it here for them as well. Thank you very much, everyone. Ram Ram. And thank you, AJ, for your very, very kind words and warm welcome to all the distinguished pundits, to my colleagues, the federal member for Fowler, Leila. I don't know if many of you know Di, but we'd see her on TV, and she's constantly out there advocating for Southwest Sydney in the Parliament in Canberra, and it's wonderful to see all the work that you do for our area. To Nathan, to Karishma, and most importantly, each and every one of you. This is a very interesting time that we are in the world. And when you think and reflect upon light and darkness, what we're here for Diwali, I think what we're seeing today more and more, it puts an emphasis on us that we must act, that we must choose light. And that for the first time in human history, we are so interconnected. We know, for those who are so spiritual, know that we are interconnected, whether it's through nature, through the earth, that we all are connected. But today we are connected also through technology. When something happens in any part of the world, we know about it. We get the dings on our phone. Today we are seeing catastrophic events. We are seeing darkness. That darkness that is affecting who? Children. And we need to put this in perspective. Adults can fight, but when adults fight, if that affects children, that's wrong. We have failed them. And we need to do something about that. And I want to encourage each and every one of you to speak up. Not only pray, but also speak up and let people know this is something, if something happens to someone down the street, it affects us. That we're all connected as one. We cannot allow these things to happen. This message is so important that while we're here for Diwali, because light is love. And we need the love of humanity to continue to grow and to be stronger than anything else. Because if not, it will affect us. Injustice towards one person, it will affect all of us. It can happen anywhere at any time. So whilst we reflect on this, let us pray and let us speak up for people and let's pray for peace. I look at Liverpool and people say to me, what is so good about it? Why do you like this place so much? It's the people, it's us. It's the world living here together as one, in unity, in harmony, in peace. No matter your faith, no matter your religion, no matter where you're from, Liverpool, it exists here in Liverpool. Australia talks itself about being a multicultural country. Yes, it is. But how multicultural is North Sydney? How multicultural is North Queensland? If you really want to see it, you come to Liverpool. And this is our export. Imagine taking the knowledge that we gain from here and being able to take it back to our homelands and spreading it out there and showing everyone in the world. And this is the land of opportunity. On the 7th of November is Liverpool's birthday. We turn 213 years old. So we celebrated it today, we cut a cake for it, but I want to reflect on a moment of what Liverpool, why it was founded. So it's the fourth oldest city in Australia. So Sydney was founded, Parramatta, then Hobart, and then they came to Liverpool. But Liverpool was established as a free society, right? 30 more seconds, 1 minute. Right? As a free society because of the land of opportunity. And when you think about the opportunity that this country has given us, we have to be extremely thankful for it. That opportunity that existed back then is the opportunity that existed today. So let's make the most of it and let's ingrain that in our children to make the most of these opportunities. That's why it's an honor to have the fireworks going here tonight. AJ and all the executive at the temple have been working very hard to make sure this happens. They're working very hard for you. We've seen the success of the temple. Please give them all a round of applause. And because of them, we have the fireworks. So thank you for your advocacy, and you know the list will continue going on. I'm trying to fill up time for the fireworks. Where's the remote?
Here's no garlic.
كل شيء بلا ثوم بلا بصل.
Yeah, so we don't do onions and garlics here. So
No garlic,
generally
no garlic or onions in the
minutes.
culture.
Right.
Probably I'm moving, coming more often here. رز ولحمة يمكن. هون عنا لوبيا بالزيت. هون عنا رز هلا عم بمزح بسألكم هن بسميهم. هون عنا حمص مع probably كاري دجاج بطاطا. كلهم بلا بصل ولا ثوم مع كل هالالوان وكل هالبهارات وكل هالحر.
This one's tomato chutney. That's boiled rice. That's chickpea and potato.
What's the official name?
Chana, aloo chana.
يا اخي احنا عاوزين عليهم مع كثير حر. واو. سبايسي. واو. سبايسي اتس اب. هي مثل البرغل. حمص مطبوخ نص طبخه بيقلوا شوي مثل الشيبس. لوبيا مسقعه. ديليشس مثل الصوص تبع الناتشوز.
And it's refreshing. Is it cooling you down?
Refreshing, it's good, it's tasty, it's spicy, and it's loaded full of flavors, and that's an unexpected end of night and end of dinner. Thank you so much for embracing me in your community. I'm loving it.